Okay, right here we have Malik Robinson, who's going into the 8th grade, and this is a really important year for him. Right now, I'm about to walk you through an entire workout. This was a really long and really tough workout. We start with a warm up. It's really important to get a good stretch and to get a good warm up before you do a hard workout. And then next, we go into strength and conditioning. First, we go into the conditioning. So, as you can see in the smaller view, we're running and we're doing a full court running drill. It's best to do basketball full court running drills where you jog slowly and then you sprint diagonal. And that's more game like because that's how basketball goes. You kind of have a sprint and a fast break, and then you have to slow down, and your body has to play defense for about 30 seconds, 40 seconds, and then you're off sprinting again. So it's good to do the length of the basketball court too. I know a lot of people who like to run on tracks and beaches and stuff like that, but you don't need to do all that. You just need to be able to run the length of the court and to cover that ground really explosively down the court. And then you need to be able to slow your body down too. Now in a bigger scene right here, what you're seeing in a larger view, we're doing abs. We did push-ups, abs, and toe raises. Right here, we're doing planks, and this is really difficult. We're holding it for 30 seconds, doing the upper abs, the lower abs, the right oblique abs, and the left oblique abs. And then we went right into the push-ups. And then from the push-ups, we did the toe raises. About 30 toe raises is really good for a workout. Now after this, we're going to get into the ball handling. I like to start off with stationary ball handling. And right here, we're making it extra difficult on Malik by using the ball hog gloves. I'm helping him out by doing this entire workout with him because it's really hard to do it by yourself. So what I'm doing right here is I'm switching off, taking turns with him with the ball hog gloves so that he has time to actually rest. And then I go and then he can rest instead of just forcing him to go through the whole workout without a rest. That's really not too smart. So right here, you see it's really hard on him, especially with these weighted gloves on. This really gives you a good workout because it's working out your shoulders as well as your ball handling skills. So we're just switching off, taking turns, and then going without the gloves. You see how fast he's dribbling without the gloves on. That's one of the best advantages and qualities of using the gloves. So I did the same thing, which really is helping me out too. So right here we're doing a couple of combos, crossover in the front through the legs behind the back, and he's doing it really good. He's a point guard, so he needs all of this. He's going to need this during his season coming up. And so right here, once again, I'm stepping in with him just to help him out. It always helps players whenever you have somebody else doing the workout with you. It helps with your motivation and things like that. So as a coach, I try to step into some of the drills just to kind of give the players that extra motivation, that extra energy that they need. I mean, because the worst thing for some of these young players is coming in the gym and just doing a workout all by themselves. So in between some of our drills, we did free throws. I clipped most of the free throws out. Now we're going into our half court ball handling drill. Now my goal here was just to make everything as difficult as possible for Malik throughout the workout. Nothing is going to come easy. So I wanted him to work on his finishing. So I made sure he had 2 balls and then he had the weighted gloves on. Now this is very hard and very difficult because he's already very tired. So he made 10 of these, and then I went on and went so that he could feel that motivation and see me going through it too. He actually used his right hand, which is his weak hand, which is really smart of him. And he did that on his own without me telling him because he's a left-handed player. So he really needs to work on that right hand. So he went to the right side. In between that, we got him a few free throws in. Now right here we have the resistance band, and my number one priority for using the resistance band is it improves your explosiveness when you're running down the court and when you're trying to score. So once again, this is very hard and very difficult. His legs are going to be really, really tired tomorrow with all of these resistance bands and with the running that we already did. But as you can see, he's doing it really, really good. So that means he's a really, really strong basketball player. Not ones that he say he couldn't do a drill or did he try to stop. He just went on whatever I told him to do. He just went on and did it. Right here, as you can see, I'm going just to kind of give him a rest before we go to the next drill. So I stepped in and went as well. It's most important to keep your form. When you're doing these resistance bands, it's important to keep your form with these defensive stands. So right here, I'm trying to tell him, keep your back straight, keep the legs wide, keep that form really, really focused and proper on that form with the resistance band. And so that's really going to help him. But it's also making this workout really difficult. Okay, and the right side, what you have is the micing drill. Now, this is a drill I've been using a lot lately because it's really good for finishing around the rim. And it's so important, especially in the boys' game today, to be able to finish when you get to the basket. And you have to not only be able to finish, but you have to be able to absorb contact. You have to be able to finish in a lot of different ways. You have to be able to adjust your body. And that's just finishing. That's not including how you got to the rim. So right here, I'm going to end up showing him a couple different variations of this drill. And I did get this from Kyrie Irving. So right here in the right hand side, I have the 2-foot jump stop. So I'm going to have him practice on a couple different variations because since he is a shorter player, he's really going to have to use some creativity and some versatility around this rim because he's going to have to adjust his shot, and we really don't know what kind of shots he's going to have to take once he gets to the basket. So we might as well practice a lot of different ways. So right here, this is jumping off the wrong foot, and it's really hard, especially when you've been practicing jumping off the correct foot. It's really hard to focus on jumping off the wrong foot. And so right here, he did a really good job, I think, finishing with his right and his left hand. So this is really good, what we seeing right here, his performance in this workout. Because he is a really disciplined player. And I've been working out with Malik since he was itty bitty. Like really, really small. So right here, it's just kind of good to see how easily he can adjust to like doing new drills that I really haven't ever had him do before. So right here, this is one of my favorite ways to finish. And for me, when I was playing in my prime, I was really, really, really good at doing this. Right here, I missed a couple, but back when I was in my prime, I rarely ever missed from this angle right here. And it's really creative, too, if you can finish a few moves like this. Coaches love to see that. I remember when I was trying out for the WNBA, I did reverse like this. And it was just really good for coaches who were scouting me to see that I can finish in a game with a nice reverse layup like that against the defense. So I definitely want him to get there one day where he's comfortable with coming around the basket like this and being able to kind of square his body up. And he's doing a really good job right there. Okay. Now, I really, really wanted to hit Malik with the contact pad. And the number one reason for using this contact pad is for physical play. He's going into the 8th grade, and although it's not going to be that physical, it's going to be more physical than what he's used to. And so I wanted to make sure I definitely hit him on a couple of shots. And since he was already dog tired, I didn't want to have him coming from the half court or from the top of the key. I just let him do a regular post move because actually this is the best way to get physical, is getting down in the post. Now, he may never be in the post throughout his career, but just because a player is not a post player does not mean that you cannot show them or that you should not show them how to finish in the post or how to be physical in the post. That's a part of basketball because you never know. He could get a rebound and just pop up and have to do a post move one day. You really never know what situations basketball players are going to end up in. And, hey, he might actually have a defender on him that's really small. So right here I'm showing him something crucial, and that's the hook shot, just in case he ever uses this. And another reason why you need to show players everything is because they're going to be able to understand their teammates a lot better. So let's say a couple years from now Malik is playing with like a 7-footer or a 6'6" guy. He's going to understand what it's like to be down there in the post when he's giving assists and passing to that player. He's going to know what it's like. Now right here, we're going to end his workout with 7-spot shooting with muscle fatigue for fourth quarter scoring. Now listen very closely. You never come in a gym and just start shooting 7-spot shooting. That's not game-like. That's not realistic. It's really important to shoot after your muscles are fatigued. And I guarantee you right now, Malik's muscles are fatigued. So therefore, when the fourth quarter comes, he will be able to get that arch and to be able to score with fatigue. It's something that you have to train your body to do. It does not come naturally. So if you're coming in the gym and you're fresh and you're shooting, then that's not going to get you ready for a game, because in a game, when the fourth quarter hits, you're going to be tired. All of your muscles are going to be fatigued, and we know what happens when people get fatigued. They start to miss. They start to slack up on a lot of the fundamentals in their form. Not my players. They will be ready in the fourth quarter.
23 system is about catching up to Michael Jordan and chasing championship rings. You are watching 23 system. Make sure you go to the 23 System Facebook store today and check out our headbands and also check out our t-shirts.
Make sure you subscribe to 23 System.